Alright, so we're just going to wrap this up here. We solved creation for Father. It was awesome. And we were solving a bunch of terms related to calendars and the dating systems in world history, and it was very epically awesome. And sweet, we have uploaded fresh video to the channel, and it's all live there. So cool. So cool. Sweet. Okay, so boy, we went on a real... Oh yeah, just a few more gems to solve for you. The famous sundial. This is the one that I was going to solve. So sundial is a huge icon of history. Just like the hourglass, but hourglass and sundial, this is so cool. Okay, so sundial, let's get sundial on the table. Sundial parallels JESUS, and I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, in that in both words you have 3 plus 1s, and here they are, right there. You have a single plus 2, no less. It's in the same position in both words, okay, as in it's nestled between the first 2 plus 1s. And then the rest of the letters divide by 3. And what's very glaring about the letters that divide by 3, as we start mentioning glories here, is that an I plus an L equals U 21. And then a U over here, of course, equals a U 21. So that's very glaring in its correspondence. Now the best part is this, okay, sundial equals Jesus plus 6 offsets of 3s for the Trinity, as always. But look at the 6s in the individual letters to yield that. Okay, so that's what we're going to walk through right now. And so I would like to compare. This is so perfect, and this was the exciting revelation that I had as I looked at these letters. A J differs from a D by 6 points exactly, and then an S equals an S. You can actually cross in an S equals an S, and then an S differs from an A by 18 points exactly. Okay, and then I would do this. This E differs from this UN right in this slot. Put the U on the team N because the I plus the L equals the U over here. And then E differs from UN by 30 points exactly. So offsets of 6s letter for letter. So a J from a D is 6 points, an S equals an S, an S from an A is 18 points. And then the U equaled the U, or the IL, and then an E differs from an N by 9, but if you add the U to that, then you get an offset of 6. Okay, so these ones were, this was like plus 30 on behalf of sundial, and then this was minus 6 and minus 18 on behalf of Jesus. So the overall offset is plus 6 for sundial. So Jesus, sundial, plus 6. But the letter for letter design of that glorifies Jesus, okay? And sundial equals Christ plus 3. You can also mention that. Oh my gosh, you can find Father in sundial, and I've been led to find Father in many famous phrases, and you have to pop off 22 points and look at where you find it, right there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, that wasn't. Let's see, where do we find, can we pop off 22 points? Oh yeah, it's right at the front. There's Father. Sun plus D, love plus 4. Wow, so sun equals 54 equals love. Well, that was huge. So Father's at the dead front of the sundial. Father, so equals love, and then loved equals 58 equals Father equals sun D. Okay, so there you go, sundial. So that was an awesome look at the sundial. Oh man, you ready for this? I just had this come to me. Now when you say the sundial, that puts Father at the dead center. Wow. And that we've seen, like for example, in the letters the Lord. Father's at the dead center of the famous letters the Lord. Wow. So there you go, enter DNA mode. So when you say the Lord, Father is at dead center. When you say the sundial, And this is a very famous set of letters, this S-U-N-D. It's S-U-R. The final letters of like every dinosaur name, like Tyrannosaurus, Brontosaurus, R-U-S, 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 to make father perfectly. So father gets the last word on most of the dinosaur names, like Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, and even the word dinosaurs, S-U-R. So this is called the sundial. The sundial. And so we've seen now that father is at the dead center of sundial, the sundial. And now you have 3 letters on the left and 3 letters on the right. And I've walked through these letters comparison-wise for father many times, where a U is an AT in the same position, and then an H differs from an N by 6 points, and that is corresponded by the S, and the D hook up with the E by 6 points, or the R equals the ND, and then let's just blank that out, and then the S equals the remainder of the letters like there. Okay, so father at the dead center of the sundial, just like father is at the dead center of the Lord. Awesome, see it? Wasn't that rewarding? And then this is cool because clock parallels Christ, parallels Jesus, just like sundial. So, and in offsets of 6s. So clock equals Jesus minus 30, multiple of 6, and sundial equals Jesus minus 6 exactly. So very cool. Sovereignty of God. Okay. And that's cool. And then Roman is +1 for father, so Roman clock will equal the beautiful 3 fest. Yeah, hopscotches to make 2 teams of 15s, adding to a 7-full set of 15s. So Roman clock is a father-Jesus combo. Sundial. It's fun. Knight equals father. Okay. So, fun stuff. Okay, we solved the sundial, a historic item. And now I'd like to preach on the hourglass, because we've had a number of Christ-Father combos where father gets the last word. Well, that's the same thing in the world-famous hourglass of world history. Glass equals father, he gets the last word. An hour parallels Jesus, parallels Christ, being +2. In fact, it's got love right there, like love is the center of Christ. And so hourglass is a Christ-Father combo that makes beautiful 3s. Again, it equals 120 perfectly. Letters and strokes divided by 3. Father gets the last word, which is glass. Christ gets the first word, which is hour. And then it's all bookended nicely in the famous half love 3 times 3 times 3. And then there's a love right here. There's a love in the word gas. You get double love plus 12. It's perfect harmony between Christ and the Father in the name of love. Okay, Father gets the last word. See that? HS, half a love. GAS, half a love. OUR in order, love. L is the 12 bonus on top to make it love plus 12. But hour parallels Christ and Jesus, and glass equals Father. Okay, so hourglass, put the 2 together, it's heaven on earth. Gorgeous, isn't it? The hourglass, and you can stick the word "the" in front and just add more 3s to the party and see what the calculator reports. Of course, letters and strokes continue to divide by 3. Bookends still divide by 3 then, because a T and an S now get married. In fact, look at this. This is going to blow your mind at how beautiful this is. Now, the word "the" has triple bookending with the word "glass," because you got 3 plus 2s at the front and 3 plus 1s at the back. So they get married to make 3s 39, 27, 6, and then the H and the G get married, and then all the rest of the letters divide by 3. So there's the bonus 3 fest for you. The hourglass has been solved for Father and Christ. Father gets the last word, glass. Isn't that cool? Famous icons of history. Very cool. So we looked at those. All right, I think that's been a pretty good harvest. I'm feeling pretty good about what we've seen and solved, and it's very, very awesome. He solves some of the most famous calendars in the world. You can solve some of the key players behind this. This is a father, double Lilius. Oh, he was the primary author who provided the proposal that became the basis of the Gregorian calendar reform of 1582. Well, 1582 is +1 for father. Gregorian and calendar are both +1 for father. And this man's first name is +1 for father, and his last name is as well. Furthermore, it's father plus 24. You can easily get that 24 by popping off the 2 L's. Aloysius Lilius, Gregorian calendar, Father, Father, name above all names. The crater Lilius in the moon is named after him. In computer science, the Lilian date is the number of days since the adoption of the Gregorian calendar on October 15th, 1582. It's October 22nd, exactly a week after that. Pretty fitting timing here. So this has been applied to computers. IBM, who devised the Gregorian calendar. It is currently used by date conversion routines that are part of the IBM language environment software. Oh, universal time I could poke into. So universal time is used with the Julian date. I can solve the phrase universal time, but that's amazing. Aloysius Lilius, Father, Father. Cool. Okay. His name is like pure plus ones and letters that divide by 3. It's pretty obvious for Father. Okay. Well, that was fun. Huh. Aloysius. Bet you with more work you can even find. There's the 28 at the center of Father. And then there's a 30. So I just found Father and Aloysius. And then what does SSY add to that? Oh, obviously the offset, yeah. So we found Father in both names. Pretty cool. And then let's take a look at universal time. I think it's the, is it not like oh boy. Atomic time is a Father-Christ combo that makes double love. By newer standards based wholly or partly on atomic time. The atomic clock is a Father-Christ combo. Oh my gosh. And just a few terms here. So the word time parallels Christ, but watch how, let's just poke into some of this. So let's do universal time quickly. That's exactly what amazing. Just like atomic time. Universal is +1 for Father, and time is +2 for Christ. Put the two together, it equals the famous God is sovereign, which equals God is benevolent. That is a huge find. Okay, so let's solve. So universal time equals the 168 equals God is sovereign equals God is benevolent. Love at the center, spelled backwards. Love that. But universal parallels Father, and time parallels Christ. So time is -30 from Christ, and I'll show you how. Universal. Look at the obvious in universal pointing to Father. Okay. Wow. Bookends divide by 3, and inset letters knit together to divide by 3, just like in Father. Bang, 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 bang. And then what does that make the center equal? 73, which equals number. There's the word love sitting right there, or the value love. Is there anything else I would like to point out? Yeah, simple things. Like an E and E. Look at all the shared letters. An E is an E, an R is an R, an A is an A. Now, what is S plus a B again? 41. 36. Yeah, this all divides by 3, 66. Put 11 to 6 there. And an S differs from AT by 9. Okay, enough said. And then time is flawless for Christ because you have the 2 plus 2 is a single plus 1, rest letters divided by 3, and it's 30 points less than Christ. All right, that's fine. Universal time, what else do we want? What else? Atomic time. Atomic time was gorgeous for Father. It equals double love. Atomic is Father. This is obvious because atomic is 3 points higher than Father, starting with Father. And then time is Christ. Atomic time equals double love perfectly. That is a Father-Christ combo in order, okay? And just like the atomic clock equals love plus love. And Father plus Christ in order, and then atomic clock is going to be the same thing because clock parallels Christ as well. That's 3 points less. Very glaring for the Trinity. Okay, atomic clock equals 105. 3 points less. And both of these, yeah. And you can add the word the in front. And it's chain linked with 3s. Like all this is chain linked with 3s. Doubly chain linked, okay. Atomic clock. Alright, we solved a lot of things. Greenwich Mean Time. Ay caramba. Alright, I think I've had enough for today. Alright, that's good enough. Glory to God.